One text message arrives. You don't see it, you don't open it, and just like that, they have everything. It sounds impossible, right? But today's hackers don't need you to click a link or download a file. Your phone can be hacked before you even unlock the screen. That's where Tileris comes in. At Tileris, we build intelligent security solutions that don't just react to threats. Our AI-driven technology predicts and prevents them before they strike. If you care about your privacy, your data, and your business, stay with us because in the next few minutes, you'll see how invisible threats work and how Tileris can keep you one step ahead. Normally, when we think of getting hacked by text message, we think of phishing. That's when a hacker sends you a message with a malicious link, and if you click, you're done. But it gets even better, or should I say worse. Yes, do you know that your phone could be hacked before you even opened a text message? No links, no downloads, not even a tap. Just one innocent-looking SMS, and boom, your entire life is compromised. Okay, imagine this. Your phone buzzes. A text message arrives, but before you even have a chance to unlock your screen, before you even see who it's from, your phone is already compromised, hacked. Everything you thought was private, your photos, your messages, your location laid bare. For years, we've been taught to be suspicious of text messages. Don't click that link. Don't download that file. That advice is still good, but the threat has evolved. Attackers no longer need your cooperation. They've weaponized the very protocol that delivers the message to your phone. Here's the thing. When your phone receives a text, it has to do a lot of work behind the scenes. It has to identify the sender, check the message format, and prepare to display the content. The code that performs these tasks is incredibly complex. And in that complexity, there are opportunities for a tiny mistake, a single line of vulnerable code. A zero-click exploit takes advantage of that tiny mistake. The malicious text message isn't what you see on the screen. It's a payload, a cleverly formatted piece of data that, when processed by your phone's software, tricks it into doing something it was never intended to do. It might be an audio file that isn't really an audio file, or a specific character sequence that causes a memory overflow. So how is this even possible? How can a simple string of characters, a text, completely bypass all your defenses? The truth is, the message you might see on your screen is just the tip of the iceberg, or in many cases, it's just the wrapper for the real weapon inside. A modern smartphone does an incredible amount of work the instant a text arrives, long before you are ever notified. It has to render fonts, process images to create thumbnail previews, interpret emojis, and handle complex file types like PDFs or contact cards. This automatic behind-the-scenes processing is the attacker's gateway. The malicious text isn't just text, it's a meticulously crafted data packet, a payload designed to target a specific flaw in one of those processing libraries. For example, investigators have found attacks that used a malicious GIF file sent via iMessage. You wouldn't even see the GIF, your phone's operating system, in its attempt to automatically process and create a preview of this image, would trigger a vulnerability in the image rendering library. Think of it like a computer trying to read a corrupted file, but this file is corrupted in a very specific way that allows an attacker to seize control. The most common type of vulnerability exploited here is called a buffer overflow. In simple terms, imagine a part of your phone's memory is a small box designed to hold a certain amount of data. The attacker sends a message containing a piece of data that's far too large for the box. When the phone tries to stuff this oversized data into the box, it overflows, spilling out and overwriting adjacent areas of memory. The attacker designs this overflow precisely so that the data that spills out isn't random junk. It's a new set of instructions. These instructions effectively hijack the normal operation of the application, telling it to connect to a secret server on the internet and download the main spyware program, like Pegasus. This entire chain reaction happens in milliseconds. The text arrives. The operating system automatically processes it. The vulnerability is triggered. The malicious code is executed. The spyware is installed. And then, for the final, chilling act, the exploit is often programmed to delete the original message that delivered it. The evidence of entry vanishes, leaving no trace for the average user to find. There's no suspicious link, no strange app icon, no notification, nothing. The text message acts as the perfect Trojan horse. It uses the most trusted and ubiquitous communication channel on your phone to deliver a payload that operates on a level of the system you can't see or control, turning your own device against you before you even have a chance to react. If the hack succeeds, the text message often deletes itself, leaving no trace. What's left behind is a piece of spyware, a backdoor that gives the attacker full control. From this point on, your phone is a digital puppet. They can see and do everything. They can remotely activate both your front and back cameras to see your surroundings. Your phone becomes a bug, listening in on all your conversations. Not limited to that, every photo, every video, every contact, every email is downloaded. Your every move is tracked in real time. Even messages sent on apps like Signal or Telegram can be read because the spyware is on the phone after the messages have been decrypted. It's a total compromise. It's the ultimate violation of privacy, all because of an unseen text message. The most famous and terrifying example of a text message-based zero-click attack is the Pegasus spyware, developed by the Israeli NSO group. The details of its use were brought to light in the Pegasus project investigation in 2021. The investigation revealed that the phone numbers of over 50,000 journalists, activists, and politicians were potentially targeted, and in many of these cases, the attack vector was a simple text message. Consider the case of Omar Radi, a Moroccan journalist. Radi was a vocal critic of the Moroccan government. For years, he was harassed, spied on, and eventually imprisoned. A forensic analysis of his phone by Amnesty International revealed that he had been a repeated target of zero-click attacks via his text messages. The software would exploit vulnerabilities in iMessage, allowing Pegasus to be installed without his knowledge. The attacks were so relentless that it was determined they came directly from state actors within Morocco, using NSO Group's software. This wasn't just a one-time thing. The investigation found similar attacks on journalists in Mexico, human rights activists in Bahrain, and lawyers in Azerbaijan. The text message became the primary delivery mechanism for state-sponsored surveillance, a silent weapon used to monitor, intimidate, and even jail critics. While text messages are a common vector, the same principle can be applied to other messaging apps. In 2019, a major vulnerability was discovered in WhatsApp that demonstrated the power of zero-click exploits in a terrifying new way. Attackers were able to install NSO Group's spyware on a target's phone just by placing a voice call to them on WhatsApp. The user didn't have to answer the call. The malicious code was injected during the ringing process itself. The spyware would install, and then, in an act of digital camouflage, the call log would often be deleted from the phone, leaving no trace of the incident. This was a global threat that affected millions of users. It was used to target human rights lawyers in the UK, a Mexican journalist, and a prominent dissident in the UAE. The attack was so sophisticated that it could even work on the latest versions of iOS and Android. WhatsApp quickly patched the vulnerability, but it was a sobering reminder that our most trusted communication apps can have hidden flaws that expose us to silent attacks. You might be wondering, why don't Apple and Google just fix this? The truth is, they're in a constant race. Developers build complex software with millions of lines of code. There's always a chance for a new, undiscovered vulnerability to emerge. It's like a massive house with thousands of doors and windows. A security team can lock all of them, but a sophisticated attacker might find a tiny, unknown crack in the foundation. These exploits are also a secret, well-guarded resource. They can be sold for millions of dollars on the black market. The attackers work in the shadows, and security researchers only learn about these attacks after they've been used in the wild, or when a targeted device is forensically analyzed. So, if a text message can be this dangerous, what can you do? While the average person is not the primary target, these simple habits are your best defense. Always update. This is non-negotiable. Software updates often contain patches for the very vulnerabilities that zero-click exploits rely on. When you see an update notification, don't wait. Install it immediately. Regularly reboot your phone. Many exploits are temporary and only run while the phone is active. A simple reboot can wipe them from the phone's memory. It's an easy and surprisingly effective step. Stick to official app stores. This reduces your risk of downloading malicious software. Be wary of all unknown senders. While you can't prevent a zero-click, a good habit of not engaging with unknown messages helps in other areas of cybersecurity. Educate yourself. The more you know, the more prepared you are. The text message you ignore, the WhatsApp call you miss, are no longer just notifications. They have become entry points in a new kind of digital arms race. It's a race between the powerful few who want to exploit our phones and the security experts working tirelessly to protect us all. This is a battle being fought in the silence of our pockets, a reminder that the most dangerous threats are often the ones you never see coming. If you're concerned about your organization's vulnerability to threats like these, don't wait for the next silent attack. Our experts are ready to help. Reach out to us for a personalized consultation where we'll discuss your specific security needs and challenges. Or you can request a demo of our AI agent in action and see for yourself how intelligent automation can transform your security posture. Visit us at Tileris.com or find the link in the description to get started. Don't just react to threats. Use intelligent automation to predict and prevent them. Before you go, what's your take? Does this change how you look at your phone? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more eye-opening videos into the world of tech and cybersecurity.